Most people think buying real estate is scary because of money. But after years of helping buyers, I realized that's not the real reason. And I've seen people with high income salaries but they panic. And also I've seen people with simple salaries but they move confidently. The difference wasn't about money. It was one small habit that most buyers never do. In this video, I'll share one simple real estate habit that makes buying feel less overwhelming, less emotional, and more clear. Even if you are a first-time buyer or an OFW, this is not about what property to buy, but how you think before you buy. And if buying feels heavy in your mind right now, then stay with me. Let me describe one situation na palagi kong na-experience dito sa industry. Usually, they message me and say, Sir Carl, ready na kami bumili this year. Excited na ako. I've been saving posts. I've been watch your videos. Maraming videos na ako napanood. I already checked the prices. And na-imagine ko na tumira dito sa area na ito. But the moment we talk about the monthly payments, details, flexibility, long-term plans, they suddenly feel stuck. And palagi kong sinasabi na normal na maramdaman natin yung ganitong feeling. But this fear doesn't mean we're not ready. It means our brain is overloaded. We are trying to think too many decisions or too many things in our mind at the same time. And here's the truth. Most buyers don't want the perfect property. They don't want the cheapest. They don't even want the biggest. What they really want is a peace of mind. They want to feel na, okay ako dito, Carl. Sulit yung nabili kong property at higit sa lahat, hindi ako nagkamali sa pagpili nitong property na ito. Always remember guys, buying a property is not just a financial decision. It's an emotional one. And an emotion needs clarity, not pressure. So why does buying feel scary? Because most people think outside first before inside. They start with the price, they start with the promos, they decide between sayang yung property kung di ko ito makukuha. But they skip the most important part, which is understanding themselves first. When you don't know your real priorities, every options, every decisions feels risky. And that's why sometimes, guys, nasa harap na natin yung good property or yung good opportunity, nararamdaman pa rin natin na there's something wrong. And that is the reason why people sometimes freeze. Not because they can't buy, but because they can't decide or they don't know what matters most to them. So here's the one simple habit. Before looking at the properties, list down or write down your real non-negotiables. And not what social media says, not the trending one, hindi yung sinasuggest ng kaibigan mo, hindi yung sinasuggest ng auntie mo, kung hindi yung ano talaga yung mag-fit sa lifestyle mo. So how you do it? Get the notebook or a notes app, kung ano yung mas convenient sa inyo, write down 3 columns. So after you write the 3 columns guys, here is the first column. Ito yung ating the must-haves column. These are the things, or in this row, dito natin ilalagay yung mga ayaw natin mawala sa isang hinahanap natin na property. This will protect your daily life after you buy. So ano yung mga isang example nito? A monthly payment that's not heavy or hindi mo magiging problema kahit na stressful month yan. So meaning, ito yung napakagaan na monthly payment, ito talaga yung papasok sa workable budget ninyo. Isa pang example, syempre yung location. You make sure the location really fits in your lifestyle. For example, mahilig ka talaga mag-activities, mahilig ka sa sports, so at some point, baka pwedeng piliin mo yung property na mas malapit sa court or kung ano man yung ginagawa mo talaga palagi. Dapat magmamatter yon. Yung village, dapat ba exit away kasi yung work mo is from Manila, so something like that. So yun yung mga example ko na dapat nandoon sa must-have mo. Kumbaga, ito yung mga dapat mo talagang kino-consider sa pagbili ng property mo. Because, again, hindi ito para sa kanila. Ang property na binibili mo ay para sa iyo. So, hanggat maaari, mas fit siya sa lifestyle mo, sa wants mo, sa needs mo, especially. In this column 1 or the must-have column, kung ano yung mga sinulat mo dito, if hindi nito na-meet yung property na tinitignan mo or yung bibilin mo, then automatically it says, hindi para sa yung property na yun. And let's proceed now to the column number 2 or the second column. This is the middle part. This is what we call the nice to haves column. So, okay, malilito. Yung first column is the must have. Ito naman yung nice to haves. So, dito natin pwede ilagay yung mga wants naman natin. And these columns are just bonuses, not your requirements. But this makes your life more comfortable in the future. But again, they don't decide for you. So, ano yun yung mga example na yon? For example, corner lot, bigger lots, another room, diba? Kasi, pag nabili ka ng house and lot, you have a requirements. For example, 4 bedrooms. And then, yung nakita mong house and lot is 5 bedrooms. Pero 4 lang talaga yung preferred mo. So, it's just a bonus. Pwede mo yan i-consider. Yung sa bigger lots, for example, lang hinahanap mo lang talaga is 150 to 200. And then dun sa budget mo na 150 to 200, meron 220 na available. So, di ba, pwede mo siyang i-go. But again, this is not a requirement. So, bonus lang siya dun sa property na bibilhin mo. And huwag kayong malilito, guys, because most buyers are really confused with these two columns, with nice to haves and must haves. And when they get confused, they delay good decisions. This is the real sayang. And for the last columns, which is column number 3, this is what we call the deal breakers. So this column, what we call the deal breakers, it protect you, your decision in the future. So isa sa mga example nito is dapat hindi binabaha, or dapat walang fault line, dapat malapit sa exit, and marami pa example. Again guys, sa listahan na to, binigyan ko lang kayo ng idea, pero personalize nyo siya. Isa pa sa mga best example is yung payment terms. Dapat hindi ka masasakal nito in the future. And syempre, ang pinakamahalaga na isa pang example is yung lifestyle mo. Ano ba yung magiging lifestyle mo dito pag dito ka tumira. So this part, the deal breakers, the column number 3, it will help you prevent on that situation. And again, don't be confused guys. Column number 3 or deal breaker is not about thinking negatively. It's about self-respect. So, ito yung pinaka-boundaries mo na pagka ganito, it's a no for me. So, itong mahalaga tong column na ito, guys. So, pwede nyo siyang pag-focusan din. After this habit, the buyers change. They ask better question and they stop rushing. But most importantly, they feel calm. Even they don't buy immediately, they don't feel lost. They are more prepared, they feel prepared, and when the right property comes in front of them, the opportunity, they don't panic. They recognize it. This is something I encourage my clients to do before we talk about listings. Because my role here as a realtor is not to push, it's to protect. And always remember guys, good decision builds good lives. And that is always a priority. If this helped you think differently about buying, comment clarity below. And if you want more calm, more on realistic real estate talk, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Prime Properties, and we'll take it step by step. And if you want to know more about other properties in the area, feel free to message us on the numbers flashed on the screen. It is 639-6960-20739. It has a Viber, WhatsApp, and iMessage para sa ating mga kababayan abroad. And that's all for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. See you on my next one.